Hey friends, welcome to Tradition Cafe, the spot where the past bumps into the present and we get to sip our favorite drinks while digging into the stories that make people, well, people. I'm Anna Xavier, your host, curious and totally here for the fun of learning about people's lives. In each episode, we'll celebrate heritage, family, and community, whether it's immigrants, the generations that came after them, or chosen families that make life messy, interesting, and unforgettable. So if you're like me, inquisitive, a little nosy, and love a good story, pull up a chair, grab your cup, and thanks for listening. Welcome to Tradition Cafe, everybody. I'm so glad you joined me again. And in the cafe today, I have Cecilia, Lindsay, and she's one of my very best friends. And we are raising a drink to you. Clink, 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 clink. Gin and tonic. She doesn't even drink gin, but I talked her into it. No, I didn't even have to talk her into it.
That's because I'm Irish and Scottish.
And that's where we go. Irish and Scottish, huh?
Mm-hmm,
so,
half and half.
Okay. And from what side is which?
My dad is Scottish and my mom is Irish.
And do you know the towns?
I don't. But my dad always said that his family got kicked out of Scotland for being horse thieves.
What?
He always said that his family got kicked out of Scotland for being horse thieves, which my dad was very funny. Very like you could never tell what was a joke and what was real.
Yeah.
And like years later, somebody was doing like genealogy stuff, and it really does appear that they got kicked out of Scotland for being horse thieves.
That's fantastic.
I loved that.
In the misty hills of Scotland, horses weren't just animals. They were wealth, power, and freedom. Steal one, and you could cripple a rival clan or become a legend yourself. William Armstrong of Kinmont, better known as Kinmont Willie, was one of the most daring border reivers of the 1500s. He led raids across the Anglo-Scottish border, driving home stolen horses and cattle with skill and boldness. Once he was captured and locked in Carlisle Castle, a fate that could have ended at the hangman's rope. But his men rode out under cover of night and freed him in a legendary rescue that people still whisper about today. Women, too, played their part in this wild world. Helen Armstrong, known as the Queen of the Border, is said to have ridden alongside her husband, Johnny Armstrong of Gilnockie, guarding stolen stock and helping drive horses home. Fierce and fearless, she showed that in the borders, courage didn't care about gender. In those days, stealing a horse could make you rich, a hero, or a ghost in the mist. For Willie and Helen, it made them legends.
I can't remember where I got that even, but he always said that and we always thought it was a joke. Turns out it might have been true.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. I know much less about my dad's side because he was very, he's a Taurus.
Okay.
But he was very shut down, which if I were to tell you, which I may, about his childhood, you may understand why.
Okay.
So his dad was an alcoholic.
Okay.
Who died in a bar.
No way.
Literally.
Okay.
From
the drinking?
Yes.
Or did he trip on something and hit his head on a bar stool?
No, put his head down on the bar and the drinking buddies were like, "What's the matter, Pete? You can't take it anymore?" And he was actually
clearly not
dead on the bar. That is the story we heard.
Okay.
Who knows what's true?
So who came over to the United States then?
The grandparents. Like my dad's grandparents.
Oh, okay. So your great-grandparents came over.
Same with my mom.
Oh, okay.
Her grandparents.
So wait, she's from Scotland.
She's from Ireland.
Ireland. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So my dad has two sisters who were 16 years older than him. Mm-hmm. And I think he was 9 when his dad died. And then he was 15 when his mom died.
Oh, this is
And then he
so
went back
sad.
and forth from the sisters who were way older than him.
Okay.
Until he was 18 and went into the army because everybody was drafted then.
Yeah.
And he just wanted to get out because he didn't have a place, really. Yeah. So you can kind of see why he was a little shut down.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
So tell me about your mom's side in Ireland. Well, actually, with your dad's side, do you know how far back it goes in Scotland?
No. And
Okay.
that's the thing. My again, my dad being kind of like closed.
Shut down, yeah.
Like, I don't know much about them at all. Like, I know my
You guys
grandmother's-
never talked about your heritage or
I don't
anything?
think he knew much about them. Or maybe
Okay.
he did, but he didn't talk about them. But I know his grandmother was from Scotland because, you know that roundabout went the wee mouse?
I'm sorry, what?
It's this little thing that like, it's old timey, like roundabout went the wee mouse, up a bit in the wee house. It's just a little thing you do with like kids and like, up. But
Oh, cute.
my dad always did it in his grandmother's accent. And it was Runaboo, kitchawee moose, up a bit, it a wee hoose. Because she was from Scotland
Yeah.
and he couldn't understand her at all.
At all.
So it was Runaboo.
So did he say that to you?
That's
when you were
how he
little?
did it with
So you
us.
learned it as Runaboo.
Yes. I had no idea what it really was. I thought it was up a bit, it a wee hoose. But it's in a wee house. But she had such an accent. He's like, that's how I heard it.
That's so cute.
So that's all I know about, like, I don't know very much about his side of the family.
And what about your mom's side?
Mom's side, I know that her grandma eloped at the age of 13
Oh.
because
In
that's
Ireland?
what you do, eloped to the United States to get married. Like, jumped on a boat at 13 because that was old
Right.
then.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Like, and they landed, my mom's family, I know a lot more about my mom's family. They worked in the coal mines in Pennsylvania until the coal mines kind of shut down. And then they moved to Hoboken in New Jersey and worked for the railroad.
Oh, okay. So her family, I mean, aside from Ireland, is from Hoboken, New Jersey, once they came over. And your dad was from which?
Jersey City.
Jersey City.
Which is right
okay.
next to Hoboken.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you were born and raised in New Jersey, right?
Yes.
You're from Jersey.
Yes.
Does everybody say that to you? Is that super annoying?
It's funny.
Like the
when
whole
you're
Joe Piscopo
from
shit?
New Jersey, you don't call it Jersey. You call it New Jersey. I like this
really?
part. Like, nobody from New Jersey. It's like you don't call San Francisco Frisco if you're here, right? So if you're
Yeah.
from New Jersey, you don't call it Jersey. You call it Jersey if you're from someplace else.
Yeah.
Like if you're from New York, you
Or
call it
Cali.
Jersey. Yeah, exactly.
Cali.
Exactly.
Drives me crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, gee, who's the tourist?
Yeah, yeah.
When are you going to Cali? Are you coming back from Cali? Where are you? Where do you live in Cali? I don't live in Cali. Where's Cali?
Who's Cali?
Who's Cali?
Who's Cali?
Okay, friends, I'm going to do you a solid. The rule number 1 of traveling, don't use the nicknames that the locals hate. In the U.S., say Frisco and San Francisco, and every hipster in the cafe drops their latte. Ugh. Call Chicago Chi-Town, and you're banned from deep dish pizza. Trust me, you don't want that. It's freaking phenomenal. Say Nolans in New Orleans. Congrats. Your gumbo now costs triple. California Cali, that's it. I hate that one. Your avocado toast, it's going to be $25. And tell a New Jerseyan you're in dirty Jersey, brace yourself. Your car might mysteriously not start. But the ultimate sin? Fly to Scotland and call it Scotchland. Nope. No. Scotch is the drink. Scotland is the country. Mix that up and you've just annoyed an entire nation in record time. It's basically like walking into Italy and saying, "Oh, so glad to be in Pizza Land." Come on, guys. I mean,
So I was raised in New Jersey.
yeah.
And they were both from cities. So we were raised in a suburb because
Okay.
I guess that's your goal when you live in a city is to
Yeah.
get out of the city, right?
Right.
And then my dad was always like, I don't know why you want to go back to living in a city. Like, not back to living in a city for me, but like when I moved to San Francisco, he was like, I don't know why you want to live in a city.
Yeah.
Like, he was so happy to not be.
Well, there's a different generation too.
Yeah.
And, you know, at very different ages. Because once you get old, it's like a lot of people, maybe not everybody. I love the city, but I don't know that I'd want to live like in the heart of like, say, New York.
But the benefit would be that like the bodega would be right downstairs.
Right.
And there's an elevator, right? You could just elevator down to the
Yes, but
bodega and.
This is why we live in Alameda, California, because we have bigger places than in San Francisco, where it's like a little tiny closet for $4,000 a month.
Right.
Which would be the problem in New York.
Right.
Anyway.
And I always thought I would move to New York when I was a kid.
Me too.
But then when it came time for me to like fly the nest, I was like, oh, New York's too close.
Yeah.
I gotta get out of here.
Sure.
And I came to San Francisco.
Did you know somebody in San Francisco? No, you just picked up and...
It was kind of a crazy move.
Yeah, I did a crazy move too.
Yeah.
I moved out to California with $1,000, and really only because my dad gave me money. I think I had like 200. And he was like, no, you're not going to make it, Anna. So I loaded up whatever could fit in my car and drove out here with a friend. And it was just, I was at that age where it was like...
How old are you?
29. Yeah, I think so. And it was just like, I got to stretch my wings. I got to be, and I want to be in the city. And, I knew people here. Actually, my sister lived here at the time. But I barely ever saw her. Anyway, but you didn't know anyone.
And I had never been here.
Oh, well, did you see it on TV or something?
I was sitting at my desk at work one day. I just graduated from college, and I was working this stupid job that I hated. And there was a map of the United States for like area codes or some shit like hanging up in front of me. And I was like, okay, there's where I am. What's the furthest I can go? Oh, San Francisco. And I was like, oh, cool. I'm going to go there. And then when I told people I'm moving to San Francisco, they were like, oh, Haight-Ashbury. And I was like, oh, that's there? Like, it didn't even occur to me. Like, I had no idea. I was like, okay.
Is that
I just picked a city because it was like right across. And I had visited Southern California to visit friends. And I was like, this is cool, but it's not for me.
Was it San Diego or something?
No, it was
really L.A.?
It was like Long Beach.
Long Beach?
Long Beach, not Long Island, Long Beach. So it's like surf culture, kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was really Southern California. It was great, but it was like,
but it's not for
I didn't
you.
want to live
no,
there.
I mean, I know you really well, and that's not for you.
People were like, it's San Francisco, that's great, I can see you there. And I was like, okay, great, I've never been there. And they were like, oh, trolley cars and Lombard Street and whatever. And I was like, whatever. Yeah. And seriously, the minute I got here, I was like, why have I not been here my whole life? Like, it was so, I felt like I came home or something. Yeah. And it was the early 90s. Everybody was moving to Seattle. And that was, of course, why I didn't go to Seattle, because I was like, well, everybody's going to Seattle. And I don't want to do
You don't want to see the same people.
I don't want to do what everybody's doing. Right.
Right.
I mean, Seattle's fun. And I think I would have had a good time. But I've never regretted moving to San Francisco ever.
Me either. I've moved away from it, I think, twice.
And you come back.
And I always come back.
Yeah.
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 It is kind of cool when you find that home, and that's, like when your ancestors came over to the United States, I'm sure that they felt, he was a horse thief.
Well, the horse thief. I wish I knew more about my dad's family, but it was all, you get, I'm podcast. It's locked in. Down. And the Irish side isn't much better. Like everything's a secret. Everything's a secret.
Why do you think that is?
It's a really good question.
And is that like is that a cultural thing, or is that just your family?
No. I think it's a cultural thing.
Really?
My family is really, my dad's side, I don't know, but my mom's side, Irish Catholic, and everything's a secret. And I have the most hilarious story about.
Please do.
How secretive everybody is. So my mom's dad was one of 8 kids. Okay. And again, super Catholic.
Right.
He went to church every day. If it was snowing, he would walk in the snow to church. And so if you're Irish Catholic in Hoboken, you're friends with your priest, of course. So you have him over for dinner on Sundays or whatever. So I guess my grandfather was having heart attacks. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to try not to laugh. He probably smoked a lot, and he had worked in a coal mine. You know what I mean? Like, so it's really curious that he kept having heart attacks. And it's like the 50s, right? Like, so there's, I don't know what healthcare was like, obviously. But so I guess he had a heart attack, and he was very sick. And then he was like, didn't die.
Right.
So it was Sunday, and they were having his mother and the local priest over for dinner. And so everything's a secret at all times, right? So they say to my mom and her sisters, she had 2 sisters, we're not going to mention to Grandma that Dad was sick. Dad's just going to sit in his chair. And they had this whole plan that he's going to sit in his chair, and they're going to bring him whatever he needs, and they're just like not going to address the fact that he almost died a couple days ago because he's feeling better, because they don't want to upset his mother.
Sure.
Okay.
I can kind of see that.
So,
yeah. However,
so mom comes over, and they're all following the protocol, and the priest walks in and says, "How you doing, Julie? You look a lot better than the other night when I gave you last rites."
oh. Did grandma have a shit fit?
Open to vein, I'm sure, because they were keeping a secret from
Last
her.
rites even.
He ended up dying very young from a heart attack. Like he had a bad heart.
Yeah.
But so typical of that family.
Okay.
Everything's a secret.
Yeah.
You don't know that you're sick. You don't know that they're sick until they're dead. Until you get a call and like the funeral's Thursday. Like, why? I don't
wonder
get
if
it.
that's a Catholic thing though, because it's not that different in Latina culture. Latino.
Maybe it's
Latinx. Yeah, I don't know if it's a Catholic thing or just not an American thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
It seems like a length to go to that is completely unnecessary.
Well, I mean,
you would think that, grandma wowould want to know.
And in a way, I agree with you. You don't want to upset your blessed mother, your old mom by telling. But again, doesn't she kind of have a right to know that you almost died?
That you got last rites, no less.
Yeah, no, it's not like it
and
was
they
like
were really religious. So last rites is like...
Yeah, he was at death's door. He had one foot in the grave and the other on a banana peel,
How have I never heard that?
He was so close. So close. But they're encouraging you to lie or to omit truth.
Which is a lie.
Which is so dysfunctional. So that's so you're raised, big picture, you're raised by these people who have these ingrained ways of dealing with things. We don't talk about that. That's a secret. I don't know how old I was before I found out that my mom's mom was an alcoholic. Mm. And I didn't know because we don't talk about it.
Right.
You never talk about anything.
Right. So do you find that you're secretive?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Not intentionally, but I think...
secretive or private?
Private.
Those are very different things.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I find you very private.
Privacy and secrets are different because secrets are something I have to hide or theoretically, something that I would hide because it's wrong or it's bad.
Right.
Private.
That smacks of guilt and shame.
Secrets are different than privacy, right? Privacy is I don't need everybody to know my stuff.
Right.
I don't need everybody to know.
And you're
details.
on a podcast right now.
Yeah. Did I use my real name? This is my friend Cecilia.
So you have 2 daughters.
I do.
Have you talked to them about their ancestry, or do you just know absolutely nothing about it? For instance, your dad's side. Have they asked questions?
I know
any traditions.
The only thing I know about my dad's side is what I already told you.
Right.
About the
dying
in the bar and the horse thieves.
And the horse thieves, which is fucking glorious.
No, I really hope it's true.
I know. Me too.
Really hope it's true. But my mom's side I know more about because the coal mines and the working for the railroad, it's all very blue collar. But when you came over from Ireland at that time, you were the lowest of the low.
Right.
And you did whatever job you could get.
Did you find, is there a big Irish population in New Jersey? Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because you only hear about the Italians.
Right. You told me that you also identify as a witch.
Definitely.
Let's go down that road. So the reason why I want to ask you about this is because what you told me is that you're a, what did you call it?
Solitary.
Solitary witch.
Yeah.
Okay. So since we talk about traditions a lot and community, if you're solitary, you don't have the community of witches, like a coven?
I do not.
Okay.
No, I've tried covens in the past and it does not work for me. It's not my thing. Maybe there's a coven out there for me, but I haven't found it. I don't know.
Well, but I mean, if you're, I don't know how to say this, calling or you're, your feeling, your gut is telling you that you're solitary.
Yeah.
Which I totally buy.
Yeah.
From that you don't want to mess with other people's,
Well, that's the thing too. It's
or
a
you
lot
don't
of
want
energy.
the influence.
It's a lot of influence and energy.
Oh, okay.
So my mom was very Catholic. Again, as I mentioned, her dad was like so religious, and her mom too, I'm sure. And she was very Catholic, but she would also very often reference like, "Oh, I knew that was going to happen because I'm a witch." Ha ha ha. Like she definitely had this like intuition, which makes sense if you think of the Celtic culture in Ireland, and she wasn't very far from it, right? She would always make these haha jokes, but she was so Jesus and Mary oriented, And as I grew up, and we were all forced to go to Catholic school, kindergarten through 12th grade, which was a shit show, especially as the youngest of 5, because she wouldn't let me go to a different school even. So every teacher would be like, "Oh, you're there.
Yes.
Everybody, blah, 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 sister." And I was like,
yes, I got that
just
a
have
lot.
my own fucking identity.
Right.
Which one of my sisters would tell you that's why I moved to California. And maybe she's right.
Maybe she's right.
Maybe she's
Maybe
right.
you wanted your own damn
I was
identity.
so sick of being their sister instead of me,
Right.
But my mom would always make these references, and then I think when I finally realized that the Catholicism was all bullshit, I was like, but maybe there's something to that intuition.
Yes.
And I did some research and did some reading and I was like, oh, yeah, this is for me. And I have a giant altar at home. You've probably never seen it.
Yes, I have. It's in the basement.
It's in the basement.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Right outside your bedroom door.
Yep, it is.
Yep.
And it's got all my cards. And
Do you read tarot cards?
I do, but not for other
Oracle?
people.
Okay.
I do oracle cards and tarot cards, and I can do it for other people, but it's really hard for me. It's not like I practice every day.
Right.
I usually only do it for myself.
Is that part of the solitary practice?
Yeah, I use it for me.
Okay.
I and that's my whole thing with all of it. Like it makes me like I'm trying to get my intuition where I want it, right? So I have my cards, I have my traditions, I have my rituals. And when my kids were little, we did all sorts of. It's kind of sad that we don't do them anymore, but we did all sorts of. We would do a solstice ritual. We would we would bake. Like summer solstice, we would bake these yellow muffins with chocolate chips because the little chocolate dots were like the little bits of dark that were in all the light. We had winter solstice ritual where I would always give them books on solstice. And
why? Or is that just your decision, or is that like a
just my
thing?
It was a couple of days before Christmas, and I was just like always books on solstice because there was plenty of time for other stuff. And we would write down our goals for the year on winter solstice and look at the ones from last year and see what burn the ones. Like I always have a lot of rituals.
So you do the rituals too?
Do a lot of rituals.
Do you?
And I absolutely do cleansing stuff, and I do a lot of if I want to stop thinking about something, I'll write it down, circle it 10 times or whatever. You know what I mean? It depends on the thing. Like if I feel like somebody's sending me bad energy, write their name on a piece of paper and bury it in the backyard or whatever. It just depends what the thing I'm trying to achieve. But I'm never going to be that person who's like charging people to read their cards or charging them for stuff. Like to me, that just diminishes the genuineness of it.
I tend to agree, because if I was to nurture some of my own things that I have this hunch that I do, but I'm not going to go into it. But I feel like it would sully it in a sense, that it would almost take that away from me.
Right.
Take that vibe, take that energy, take that, the meaning.
It would drain it in a lot of ways, right?
Because I'd be giving it out too much in order to get something back.
Right. Exactly. And I'm sure you've heard me many times, whether you realize it or not, that I'm always just like, oh God, I'm so tired, it's the full moon or whatever. Or oh yeah, it's such a Taurus. Oh. I believe all sorts of hokey shit. But
the woo-woo.
But I believe it. It's not hokey.
Do you believe in astrology?
Absolutely.
Do you really?
Absolutely.
I thought we were always just joking.
No, I take it so seriously. And again, why
am I learning all this shit about you now? You're one of my very best friends. And all of a sudden, yes, you are fucking private.
I am very private, but when I'm like, oh my God, he's such a Libra. I'm not kidding. I'm not just making a joke. I'm like, that dude is a fucking Libra.
Oh my God.
And again, it's not like I don't know.
Oi, Libras.
But again, being raised Catholic and having it shoved down my throat,
Yeah.
I'm never going to impose my
Right.
beliefs on anybody else. You're going to hear it come up, but I'm never going to be like, you should believe what I believe.
Right.
Because to me, that's bullshit.
Do you feel like maybe the backfire of Catholicism in your life sent you looking for something else and you found something that,
Maybe.
do you feel like you, I don't know, I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but do you feel like you like grabbed onto something that was
That's
like,
what my bitchy sister would say.
oh, really? Well, thank you for stopping by Tradition Cafe.
She would say it was all reaction.
Oh, really?
But I feel like it's more getting back to my Celtic roots.
Yes.
Like I'm Scottish,
Okay.
Irish. Come on. Have you
Do you
ever
feel-
read,
Go
you
ahead.
know, like,
Yeah.
what's that book? Like, oh God, it's like this thick. And it's like,
Celtic are us.
yeah, it's like, you know, it's like Dragons in the Mist or something. Like, I read it in like a day. I was like,
Oh, really?
Totally. This
Oh,
is
wow.
This is my heritage, you know, like,
That's so great.
well, I can't remember the name of it though.
As we talk about your Celtic heritage and everything, is that the part that really resonates with you? Is like the folklore,
Yeah, absolutely.
and all that stuff? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to go. I've never been to Scotland or Ireland.
Oh
I
my
want to go
God.
so bad.
I'll go with you.
Oh man, I really want to go.
I do too. That's been on my list. That's
Yeah.
been on my bucket
I want
list.
to go.
That'd be super fun.
Imagine how frizzy our hair would be.
Oh, oy vey. I might shave my head before we go there. Me, you, and Sandy, the curly girls. So do you have a daily practice of rituals?
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff?
absolutely.
okay.
I mean, even if it's just drinking my coffee, you know, I feel like everything. It's kind of like the yoga too.
Yeah.
Like it's like if I take 3 deep breaths, I'm like I did yoga. You know, like. But I mean, and I try. I do have a lot of things I do every day. I got to get them in, but it's not like going to church on Sunday. You know, it's like it's
Right.
not like that formal. But for me, like I feel like a lot of people just kind of like spaz their way through life, like whoa,
Yeah.
which is fine, you know. But it
doesn't
sounds
work for
so
you.
dumb. Like, but I'm a Pisces, so like we're the last sign of the zodiac because
Yeah.
we're the most evolved. Sorry,
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, Aries.
Sorry, not sorry. So when you do your rituals, do you work with herbs or crystals or anything like that? Do you have like some?
I burn a lot of candles and
Okay.
incense and stuff.
But
And
nothing like.
It depends. It depends. It depends what I'm trying to achieve.
Okay.
Right? So it depends. And I'm not above like consulting somebody if I need input or if I'm trying to like I generally go for like what am I trying to do or what do I feel is lacking or what do I feel like I need,
Right.
what cup needs to be filled, and I'll figure out maybe it's a crystal, maybe it's a special wand, maybe it's a candle, maybe it's something, you know. And I feel like it's just, I mean, I believe what I believe, but at the same time I also know it's just the focus of my energy. Like
Right.
anything that I am concentrating on can make it happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's magic.
It is magic.
With a K. With a K.
Magic.
No.
No. Stop with the magic.
Stop with the K.
No. Oh my gosh. Misconceptions. Let's talk about that a little bit. That people think that if you're Wiccan, you're a witch, or if you're a witch, you're Wiccan. People have that like they have to go hand in hand. I get that they're very. I mean, I don't get. I'm wondering if they are that closely ingrained.
To me, they are.
Yeah.
I think
Is it
Wicca
all,
is just
like,
like an
earth-based
umbrella
and-
kind of term
Yeah,
for,
okay.
you know, so like some people are like, oh, I'm a green witch. I only
Yeah.
work with herbs, or I'm a whatever.
Kitchen
like,
witch.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. You know?
Yeah.
But again, maybe that's about having a community of witches around you, which is like, again, never worked for me.
But you've tried it.
I have. And I think
A couple, did you just know instantly that it wasn't
no,
for you?
I tried one in New Jersey before I moved, and I tried one here when I got here, and I was just like, this is not for me. And maybe I should try again. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, I don't feel like
You don't need that.
I don't feel like I need that. Like, I feel like it's for me. It's my thing. Like, and maybe again, that's about like having to go to church or whatever. Like, I don't want to be like, let's come together and do a moon ritual or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want.
No,
I
you
don't
have
need
your
it.
own.
I don't want it.
Yeah.
I have my own thing. It
doesn't
makes me
work.
happy, and it's. I feel like it's just my. It's like makes me feel like I'm in touch with the roots that are back in the old country.
I was just going to ask you if you draw a lot on. I mean, we've already talked about it a bit with the Celtic history and it.
The Mists of Avalon. That's the name of that book.
Mists of Avalon?
The Mists of Avalon.
I've never read that. I've heard of it though.
I'm not kidding you. It's like
Okay, I will never read that because if it's that big,
so good, so good.
It'll take me the rest of my life.
You read that
I'm a
book
very
and you're
slow
like,
reader.
hell yeah, this is the shit.
Long before the word witch was feared, it simply meant someone who knew. Someone who understood the language of herbs, the rhythm of the moon, and the quiet power of intention. Witchcraft isn't just one thing. It's 1,000 paths, each one winding through time and tradition. There's the kitchen witch stirring a spell into her soup, the green witch whispering to the roots beneath her feet, sea witches who listen to the tides, and hedge witches who walk between worlds. Folk witches, conjurers, healers, seers, each shaped by the land, the lineage, and the need. And then there's Wicca, a modern pagan religion that grew from ancient roots. Wiccans honor the balance of the goddess and the god, observe the turning of the seasons, and follow a moral guideline called the Wiccan Rede. It basically means, if no one is harmed, do what you will. It reminds practitioners to act responsibly and is paired with the rule of 3, which says that what we send into the world returns threefold. Wicca isn't just a practice, it is a faith with rituals, ethics, and community. Though many Wiccans also practice alone. But whether you call it Wiccan, folk magic, or simply witchcraft, it's always been about connection to earth, to spirit, to what can't be seen, but can always be felt. Do you need another drink? Need or want? Do you need to do a ritual to figure it out? Such a bitch.
No. No, have you ever seen me really like contemplate if I want another drink or not?
Yes.
That's the thing about the Scottish and the Irish. Like,
are they battling?
Like, what do I have to do tomorrow? How early do I have to get up?
Do I drink?
No, they don't battle except when the Irish. This is what my friend Maria used to say. The only battle you ever have is if the cheap ass Scottish side is going to let the Irish side buy them a drink. She was very funny.
Do you feel like what drew you to? Do you feel like there's a match between your witch? Do I say witchcraft? Is that like
Sure?
Okay, witchcraft and the spirit work of witchcraft and yoga.
Absolutely.
So you find like a commonality in that? Yeah.
For me, I don't know for other people, but for me, it's because it's all about listening to yourself rather than all that noise that we have constantly.
Yeah, the
even
exterior.
before the internet, even before phones, right? Just other people saying, that's wrong, or why would you do that, or whatever.
You should be like this.
You should do this, or that's
by
stupid,
this age
or
you should
whatever.
this.
Like you should, like you got to march to the beat of your own drum.
The solitary witch practices alone, guided by intuition. They learn from experience, from nature, and from the quiet whispers of energy and spirit. For Cecilia, practicing as a solitary witch feels deeply connected, like yoga, in motion. Every spell, every ritual flows with her own rhythm, guided by that inner knowing. Magic becomes personal, intuitive, and alive, moving with that subtle current she senses. Alone, yes, but never disconnected. Magic, like breath and movement in yoga, comes from listening inward, trusting what feels right, and honoring your own rhythm. Thank you so much, Cecilia. It's been super fun. I can't believe that I never knew all that stuff about witchcraft, solitary witchery.
Because I'm private. That's secret.
Because you're so private. But it's a good thing, because once you get to be a close friend of yours, it's like a freaking honor that you get to learn these things.
Thank you.
I love you so
sweet.
much.
I
you
love
know
you
that.
too. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining us on Tradition Cafe. I really appreciate it. Keep sipping that coffee, make it nice and hot, and raise a cocktail with us. Next time, I don't want to spoil it. I have a good one next time too. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
This episode is brought to you by the Fireside Lounge, located at 1453 Webster Street in Alameda, California. It's your spot for craft cocktails, live music, and good vibes. Check out thefiresidelounge.com for what's happening this week. Follow Tradition Cafe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen, and connect with us on Facebook and Instagram. Also, swing by traditioncafe.com for more stories, culture, and behind-the-scenes fun. I'm Anna Xavier, and until next time, keep sipping your coffee and raising a cocktail. Let the stories inspire you, and we'll see you at the next episode of Tradition Cafe. Thanks for listening.